read the first two verses, James 3 and 7.
Okay, it says, but the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure.
And then Proverbs 2 and 7.
God grants a treasure of good sense to the godly. He is their shield, protecting those who walk with integrity.
So what's our first point?
Our first point is don't compromise your integrity.
Now this is key. Whether you're a parent or a child, you cannot compromise your integrity.
Yes.
What does that look like? Being dishonest, not being transparent, breaking promises, breaking commitments, a lack of respect.
I was going to say this earlier when you were talking about the just the love thing and parents and saying I love you to your kids and you know, the kids were needing to hear that, and I do believe they need to hear that, but I also believe that sometimes some parents, and this goes with just the integrity of how you say it, some parents can tell their kids they love them but show them that they don't. So they go out into the world, they're having a misconstrued idea of what love is. So my dad says that he loves me, but he don't show up for none of my important events. So now I go out into the world and I'm thinking love is not showing up. So I'm picking somebody based off of what I have seen love modeled. And then you can have homes where, you know, it's not said every day or, you know, not as frequently, but you know that you're loved just because of what's happening in your home. And so you have to be integral even with what you, when you say I love you or I care about you, you have to really mean it and show up for people, because sometimes, how many of you know that everybody that say they love you don't love you? Everybody who say they care about you don't care about you. And so you have to know that when you say things like that to your family, that you have to mean them, and then you have to show up in that way, because if you don't show up, then that I love you becomes meaningless. And so now we throw around that word love with so many different things. This is my favorite food, I love it. I love this car, I love this, and we're putting it all in one category, but you have to show love as well and mean it when you say it.
Yeah, because that is key, because if you say it, if you do one or the other, you're causing, you're not building trust.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, parents, your kids need to trust you.
Yeah. I'll tell a quick story. So when I first married Pastor Roman, him and his kids, Donovan can attest to this, they go to the bathroom, they say, I love you. And I'm like, where are y'all going? Because in my family, you know we love each other. We don't have to, you know, we don't just walk around like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And so they're very emotional people. They're very like touchy-feely. In my family, we're not really like that. So when I met him, I was like, y'all just going to the store. They like, I love you, Dad, I love you, Dad. And I'm like, this is different. This is different. This is really different. And they like giving each other hugs all day. And so now I get it back, because my kids, Gabe just run up to me like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But it's just funny how you can come from two different sides of the spectrum, because I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Where y'all going? Y'all saying I love you, you just going to the bathroom. But so it's different how you can have two sides of the spectrum where you grew up and, you know, what's normal for you. Like, I know my family loves me. They always going to be there. But then, you know, I don't just display it as much as the Harrises did.
and you know what, that is, especially as we're talking about families, to understand the dynamics and the person and what they've been through and their family structure. Yeah. Because that builds up, because one of the reasons why we're like that is because I didn't have my biological father in my life. And so not having that, I probably overgave it to my kids, because Gabe, oh my goodness, Gabe will walk up to you and he wants 3,000 kisses in 30 seconds. He'll give you a kiss on the cheek, the nose, the forehead, and every time he kisses, he says, "You're bald, Daddy," and then give me a kiss. But it's something that you have to be aware of, the atmosphere that you're creating. You know, even with Donovan and Roman, even though when Donovan went to school and there he's back for the summer and everything, and Roman is out on his own working, learning to be an electrician and all of that, master electrician and everything. Even when I see them, we embrace each other. Yeah. We even have our own little handshakes and kisses and hugs and everything. And that's because I always wanted to create an environment that I necessarily didn't have with my biological father.
Right.
And so you have to be aware, because sometimes you maybe can go a little overboard because you're giving people what you didn't have. Mm-hmm.
That's true.
In many cases, in many relationships, we give people what we want or what we didn't have. Mm-hmm. Think about it. If you want your spouse to do a particular thing, you'll start doing it for them so they can do it back to you. And what we don't realize is, if you want to use that, what would be best is to find out what they want. Yeah. I'm touchy, I'm feely. She knows one of the things I love is for her to rub my back. Especially when I'm about to go to sleep. I'll fall asleep just like that. She don't want that. No. She don't want that. Well, maybe something make her fall asleep if I get her a bag or something. so
sleep like a baby.
but here's the thing, because we're talking about don't compromise your integrity. Mm-hmm. When you say you're going to do something, do it. Yes. That goes for parents and children. Children, young people, please listen to me. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Eric, who got a bank account in here? Who eventually want a bank account? Who knows what a bank account is? When you have a bank account, you cannot withdraw what you do not deposit. Yeah. If you put $100 in, you can't go to the bank talk about, I want $250. If you do, and they do accept the payment, your account goes negative. Yeah. And in many cases, they charge you a fee because your account went negative. Mm-hmm. In any relationship, when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, that's a negative mark on your account. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't care how spiritual they are. I don't care how much they love God. If you tell me you're going to do A and I expect you to do A and you don't do A, the next time you tell me you're going to do A through Z, I got a question, are you really going to do it? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you tell your parents, hey parents, I'm going to spend a night over my friend's house. And you go somewhere else. And they find out, and they will find out. They will. If God got to wake them up in the middle of the night, they tripping. You better go get them. They will find out. Mm-hmm. And they go and they call, or they go to where you're supposed to be, and you're not there. You lost a little trust. Yep. Because the next time you tell them you're going to do such and such, they're going to be wondering a little bit, are they telling me the truth?
Because trust is so hard to get back. When you've broken trust with somebody, it's so hard to get it back.
Yeah. And so you cannot compromise your integrity, parents. You cannot compromise your integrity, young people. Read the next couple of scriptures.
Let's see. I'll read from you. So wisdom is peace loving. Any fool who starts arguments, the honorable thing is to stay out of them. Proverbs 20:3. And so our next point is don't antagonize their anger. Don't antagonize
their anger.
Everybody know how to make somebody mad, especially if you're married. You know exactly what buttons to push. You know what to say that just set them off. You like, I got you. I can. Boy, I know how to set pastor off. I'll just say a couple of things. I know how to get them back. But you have to be honorable and just know how to control your anger. Yeah.
And we're going to get into this even more because there are people who use anger as a weapon. Like Lady E said, you know how to push buttons. You know, you know with your sibling, if you say a certain thing, they're going to get mad and upset. And what you don't realize is you help put them in a space to make bad decisions.